do you like the attention? What brought all this on?
I don't know. No idea. I think it's my looks. I think
Wasn't
my looks
long
got the
ago you
attention.
could have walked in the door and nobody would have given a second look, right?
Times change, I guess.
That's right. Well, you're riding high on this victory. I mean, it was a surprise to a lot of people, but I know it wasn't to you.
Actually, I knew during the fight, before the fight, I had to either knock this guy out or really hurt him. So, but I just didn't know it would be that fast. So, but my hat goes off to Gus. He's a hell of a warrior.
I'm guessing you kind of had a sense of nothing to lose, right? Going over there as the guy that's not expected to win in this other guy's homeland, and you really had no pressure.
I feel like that every fight. I always feel like I have nothing to lose. I've basically been through it all already. So, to me, the fighting is the easy part.
Rashad Evans thinks that the way you can do it with Jon Jones is through an uppercut. Do you agree? What do you see?
I never really train uppercuts, but for some reason in fights they happen. So we'll see. But Jon is 6'4" and he's lanky as hell, so I think I just gotta take whatever he gives me.
After all the ups and downs that you've been through in your career, what has this week been like? Have you been able to sit back and sort of savor it?
No, I've been on the go since I flew back from Sweden, but it's cool though. I have one life to live, so I'm enjoying the ride.
Earlier on this year, there was like that issue where you had to kind of step away from the fight game for a bit, and then you finally got back into it. I mean, going through that and then the fight with Gustafsson, like how difficult has this year been for you going through all of that?
It's been a little difficult, but I think with the help of my friends and family and the fans, with them believing in me and trusting me and actually understanding who I am, I think they can see that I'm a completely different person than what I used to be. When I was fighting 170, I hated everybody, but now I'm fighting 205 and I can eat, I can enjoy myself, and I can actually train. So I think people can tell that the things that I was accused of and all that stuff, I think everybody can tell that's just not who I am.
But it's interesting because fans can turn on you very quickly.
Oh yeah, drop of a dime.
So, I mean, that had to feel good, but like you said, the fact that so many did stick with you.
Yeah, I don't know why, but they did. And I'm blessed that they did, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that.
I remember, when you had your post-fight speech that you had said, come on, Jon Jones, get better, get healthy. You were quite gracious in that respect. With his situation, I mean, what are your general thoughts on what came out about Jon Jones?
He's human. Everybody makes mistakes. I put on my Facebook, everybody's like dogging Jon Jones. I said it before, this world is crazy. Whenever somebody gets down, the world wants to keep stomping on you and hitting you while you're down. Nobody really wants to give you a helping hand and lift you up. And I think that's what's wrong with the world today. We feed off of drama. And I do hope Jon gets better and he comes back strong. I just want to know what person in this room can say that their life has always been perfect. You know what I mean? If you can show me one person in this whole world that their life has been perfect, I would love to meet them. We all make mistakes. So, like I said, nobody's perfect.
Vitor was supposed to have a fight with Chris Weidman. Have you talked to him? What happened? What do you think about this?
I haven't talked to anybody. Yeah. I just, when did this happen? Yesterday?
Yeah.
Dude, I've been in Arizona.
Really? You're rooting for the Patriots, I'm hoping.
Seahawks.
Rumble!
Seahawks. I like Beast Mode, dude. He's killing it.
Who are you rooting for tonight? Between Diaz and Anderson?
Anderson and Nick. I'm going for Anderson, but most importantly, I just want a good fight. Both of them are amazing athletes. Nick is crazy and Anderson is calm. It just depends on which Anderson shows up. You know how Anderson is. Sometimes he'll show out, and then Nick never shows out. He'll come and flip you off and then try and punch you in the mouth.
Who are you training with in order to train for somebody like Jon Jones?
I haven't started my training camp yet, so I can't answer that.
Is the fight date set in stone?
Not yet. Not yet.
With that said, there's uncertainty there. How are you approaching that, not knowing exactly when you're going to have this match?
Just like I'm approaching every fight. Just enjoy myself and train what I need to train. But right now, I'm still on the treadmill running and making sure my cardio stays where it is.
So Anthony, leading up to your fight with Gustafsson, you told us that you weren't trying to win over any Swedish fans, but despite that, you managed to do so through your demeanor and through your performance. Swedish fans been calling you humble rumble. What's it like to not only win, to score such a huge win, but also to score some Swedish fans?
It's cool. I didn't ask for it, but I mean, if they want to join the team, that's fine with me. I'll take Sweden too.
Rumble, you were joking a minute ago that you didn't like anybody when you were at 170.
I didn't. I wasn't joking.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, it's amazing because to look at you now, this looks to be such the exactly right place for you physically. And I know, again, we talked about this before, but truly, how did you do that? And how bad did it feel trying to get down to 170
It
pounds?
sucked.
Yeah.
The part that sucked the most, of course, missing weight, but I was missing training with the guys and stuff. I would be on the treadmill for an hour trying to lose 3 pounds, you know, with a full sauna suit on. That's no fun, you know. So I missed out on a lot when I was fighting at 170. So I'm very happy that I made that decision to go to 205.
You see a few young men like tonight. We have Gastelum as well as Lineker who've missed the mark on their weight class. What would your advice be to them?
Listen to your body. Listen to your body. And, you know, Gastelum is a wrestler. It seems like. I think he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With wrestlers, we have this mentality that, you know, you lose as much weight as you can because you'll be bigger, faster, stronger. This isn't high school anymore. This isn't college. This is the real deal, and you can't lose weight like that because, you know, in college you have what I think is the first round is like 2 minutes, and the next 2 rounds is like 3 minutes. That's nothing compared to MMA, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's totally a different pace and everything else, and your body can't take that. So just listen to your body and go up in weight. It's just the best thing for you.
You were saying that like basically mood and affects performance. Can you talk a little bit about mood and performance?
As far as mood,
Yeah, like how you feel, so that how that affects how you train.
yeah, you feel like crap whenever you got to lose so much weight. I just get straight to the point. You feel like absolute crap, you know? And like I said, you hate everybody when you got to lose that much weight. And you definitely miss out on a lot. You miss out on a lot of training. You can't learn near as much. You know, when I was fighting at 170, I was just an athlete that kind of knew how to fight. Now I'm an athlete that actually knows how to fight. So that all goes to just going up in weight and listening to my body. Plus, you know, I got tired of disappointing you guys. I got tired of you guys writing articles about me, talking about me losing weight. It wasn't fun to read, you know, but it comes with the territory. So, you know, they'll get the hang of it pretty soon.
Fighters aren't always known for, you know, listening to their bodies, though. Do you think that there needs to be stuff in place to make sure that fighters are having safe weight cuts and the guys who are missing consistently are forced to?
No, they're going to do what they want to do. You know, it's part of growing up and maturing and just understanding.
Considering the lows that you've had, you know, getting cut from UFC and some of the other, you know, accusations that were made, does that make this big 3-fight win streak in the UFC and the title shot all that much more sweeter?
Yeah, you know, I feel like I've hit rock bottom already. So having the success that I'm having right now, this is just fun to me, and it's making everything so much better.
So you think getting cut kind of was a blessing in
It
disguise?
was a straight blessing. That's how we can put it.
When you watched the Cormier-Jon Jones fight and you watched Jon Jones' boxing, did you see things that you can exploit in that fight?
I didn't look at it as a fight. I looked at it as a fan. I didn't pay attention because I wasn't fighting.
You know, something Jones has been notorious for is trying to beat fighters at what their strong point is, what their strength is. How much do you think he'd be willing to stand and trade with you?
I think he'll try. He's like GSP. If you're good at something, he'll definitely try and be better at it than you are. So I welcome him to it.
What do you
That's
do?
fine with me. That's more exciting for the fans.
What do you do for fun? How do you try to unwind during all of this?
I used to have motorcycles, then I sold them because I started focusing more on my career. I'm a homebody now. I don't do nothing. That's it. Go home, watch TV, and eat potato chips all day.
So what's up with Rashad? You know, we had a fight scheduled, and then that got taken off the books. How's he doing, and how's his training coming along?
He's good. He's still hopping along, you know, working on his knee more and more, but he's in the gym doing what he can. He was actually excited for his fight. I was, 2 or 3 weeks away from my fight, and he came in, and I think he had just started this camp, and this dude is like 225, 230 pushing me around, and I'm like, come on, dude, like, you got to fight. It's so far away. Why are you trying to go so hard? But he was definitely motivated to get in shape and come back. He definitely wants to make a statement when he comes back.
One of the things you did really well in Gustafsson fight was sort of cutting off the cage. You know, you didn't let him use that distance. Is that something you're going to be working on, you know, especially much for the Jon Jones fight?
I do that every fight. You didn't see Phil Davis?
Well, yeah, the results were pretty spectacular lately, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I do now. I just make sure I stay in people's face so they can't get away from me too much.
And how much are we worried about that for a front kick to the knee that Jones is pretty known for?
I'm not worried about it.
Are you worried about his eye pokes?
Not worried about No. You know, usually when people poke me in the eye, I kind of, end it pretty quick.
How does your body feel at 205? Now that you fought quite a few fights at 205, compared to 170, you ever look back and say, why did I keep doing this?
I say it every day.
Yeah.
But I don't regret going down to 170 because if I hadn't have fought at 170, I probably wouldn't be in the position that I'm in right now. People probably wouldn't know who I am, you know, because at 170 I was just huge. The biggest 170 probably you'll ever see. Then I kept missing weight. So you got two reasons why you know me. And but it's night and day between 205 and 170. I feel amazing at 205. I'm happy. Like I said, I can eat. I can enjoy myself now. Life is just beautiful.
You mentioned before they hit rock bottom before coming to this, highest high. A lot of fighters, they get there, they hit that rock bottom for different reasons. What advice would you have for them?
They just got to stop giving up and have a good support system. Most importantly, if I would have given up when I hit rock bottom, my granddad would have probably been doing backflips in his grave. And, I think about that. He always taught me never give up. And my grandmother, she loves the fact that she gets to go into town and people know who she is now. So I want to make sure she keeps her high, you know what I'm saying? So I never want to disappoint my family. And I don't want to be one of those, what is it, could have been guys they talked about like on Share Dog, guys that had the potential of being a champion or this and that. I don't want to be in those threats. I want to be a guy that they said, he didn't give up regardless of anything.
Isn't your hat kind of an homage to your grandfather? The saying there, isn't that something that
No, actually a good friend of mine made this hat for me, so I like it.
I thought it was you had said that your grandfather used to say something like that.
No.
I was just going to say you put something on Facebook the other day about, when everything is going poorly, when all the things are going wrong, you're actually receiving a message right there that you need to change. You said something like it was the man upstairs telling you that you're not in the right place.
Yeah, a lot of people don't pay attention to what's going on around them. Things can go bad. They think, that's how it's supposed to be. No, it's obviously it's not supposed to be. You're obviously not supposed to be in the position you're in right now. You should be doing something different. A lot of people don't think about things like that. But when I post up those quotes and all that stuff, it comes from my aunt, my grandmother's sister. And she sends it to me every single day. And I just feel like it does something to me because usually, how you say things happen right on time. So when she sends me stuff, when she sends it, just happened to be that day I actually need it, And I just feel like if it can do something for me, it should be able to do something for somebody in the world. And usually I'll get a message right up under the comment and say, thank you, I needed that. Is that it?
That's it.
All right.
Thank you, sir.